Talk is a no-no on 8chan. Probably some internet cafe lol. Anyone know what those pounded fish cakes are really made of? John Tider was an otaku from 2036. Chatting on 8chan at an internet cafe. Sounds like us, lol. I'm invested now, keep going. Sounds pretty smart. But what are the assigned games and anime? Maybe they exiled him to 2010. That'd be a pain in the ass, lol. Bwah. Guess I better cozy up to CERN while I still can. So, if the robbers are sent to our era, do they send murderers to the Warring States period? Lol. You said your time machine has limited capabilities, but how does it differ from the original? Escaping reality. I want Father John Tider to shepherd us to the future. A prophet is born, LMAO. Jay, that's our hometown speciality, lol. Don't talk smack. Joining the clergy after committing a minor crime is pretty common. I tried making something else for you. I hope you like it. Heart, cut to nuclear reactor. So how do we beat CERN? So have they been using time machines to exile people for a while? Or is this a relatively new thing? CERN has this really handsome machine called the LHC. I pledge allegiance to CERN. Please don't kill me. Handsome? Machine? The whole exile thing reminds me of Kafka. I like pounded fish cakes actually. Taita is a loser. Joke's dead, lol. John Tider, a man driven insane by time travel. He'd be exposed to radiation. That's life. I just read it on Wiki, but is it true that CERN created HTML, HTTP, and the World Wide Web? Aren't people supposed to get exiled to Austria? Like me, this thread gets longer in the night. It's gotta be more romantic. Being exiled to the Cretaceous period would suck! Someone help me clean my room, LMAO. Is that true? Love is heavy, and I want to meet a T-Rex. Yes, a CERN engineer invented it. So where's your base? Tell us already. If you were sent to the Warring States era, you might have a chance. Lol. If CERN didn't exist, 8chan wouldn't exist. All hail CERN! Get eaten and die. It was Sir Tim. Agreed. Taita is in tears. Lol. People in the future were properly taught not to get turned on by Moe. This thread is overflowing with corporate slaves and neets. 609 is Yandere. Hooray! So, Taita, what are your interests? CERN stock skyrockets. Oh, you mean only real people get them horny? That's too healthy. I can't even get it right now. A new type of human. True, if they insist on regulating humans, does that mean robots are still underdeveloped in 2036? John Taita right now. Tremble, tremble. Enjoy a walking tour through lovely Pangea. Whether you see 2010 or 2036 as more dystopian is a matter of opinion. I sat up all night to make this for you. Heart, please tell me you'll accept it. Cut to Super Cameo Kante. So far Taita's only believer is 605. Sure says a lot. I want to go to Kyoto. There's probably a lot of nasty sickness in the future, lol. Like lots of people dying at once. I want to eat her homemade cooking. I forgive you. WTF is a Super Cameo Kante. So you don't like the future, eh, Taita-chan? Want to switch places? It still exists now. If you go to Kyoto, buy me some yatsuhashi. Ever hear of the plague? It's knocking them out by the billions. It's a really awesome Cameo Kante. Giant melons. No way, lol. Say that when you actually have a girlfriend. Our dear little Cameo Kante. She came back to us super. Can you tell us how to make a black hole? I want to make my boss disappear. I forgive no one. It's Kande, not Kante. Using imagination, cause no pics. Is this a CERN-sponsored thread, or where's Taita's rebuttal? Hurry up, lol. Let's get married. G-cup melons. Congratulations. Clap, 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 clap. Nice to meet you. Come visit us anytime. With love, CERN. It's the name of a train. Taita. Praying for your everlasting happiness. 667 should log off. What a lovely story. No, lol. I have one. Stop screwing with us. Hail CERN. Stop. Don't fight over little old me. It's called Google. Google it. You're talking about the so-called grandfather paradox. That has been debunked. This world line has a divergence of 0.571024% compared to the world line I came from. Killing my father would alter divergence, creating a world line where my father is dead. However, it would not erase this world line. I would go on existing. CERN is a particle physics research institution that hasn't changed in 2036. It is possible to meet your past self. The prevailing theory in my time is that nothing would happen. I, however, haven't met my past self. If you're really a time traveller, then prove it. Post time machine pics or GTFO. The many worlds interpretation. Oh, slow down, bro. Research institution taking over the world. Lol, what? We've been waiting, Tida. Many worlds is what now? Stare. Could you make that percentage a little more specific? It's one of the interpretations of quantum behaviour in quantum mechanics research. Tell me, but make it easy. There's still a particle physics research institution? Did you say that to your dad too? You head of Schrödinger's cat, right? There are currently two main interpretations. One of them is the many worlds interpretation, aka the Everett interpretation. How old are you, John Tider? Wow, no paradoxes, huh? I like cats. What do you mean by world-line divergence rate? I hear the name Schrödinger a lot, but I don't know much about the details. Trying to understand quantum mechanics is a headache. Oh, this is so confusing. I just started laughing. 571024? More like egged. I got nothing. What a cute kitty. Lol, my foot's asleep. I do not feel the need to prove that I am what I say I am. I am only posting these messages on a whim. My mission comes first. What are world lines? Can you meet yourself from another world line? What happens if you do? Late reply, a trip code is a way to identify posters. Put hashtag password after your name. Lol, backpedaling. So at the end of the day, he's a fake. Lol. Boring, you're boring me, Tider. Oh, come on, Tider, you can't be like that. You've got believers now. Then why are you posting here? You're losing the dog crowd. Come on, you've got this. Try a bit harder to win us over. Does time travel make you emotionally unstable too? You can't just avoid the conversation now. We need answers, John. A waste of my entire day. Sorry, don't be mad. He hasn't exactly gone silent, has he? Lol, what's this guy's deal? Well, this sucks. Were you just playing me? Time to go renew my license, I guess. LMAO, he escaped so fast. Give me the TLDR version. Going to bed. Tider, lol. Time traveler from 2036, lol. CERN takes over the world, lol 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 lol. What can you expect from a criminal? Schrödinger's cat equals a cat goes inside a box on its own and sleeps. Adorable. Looking forward to the next episode of John Titor Sensei. Schrödinger's cat equals animal rights activists protest animal abuse. No time paradox? Then you can do whatever you want? Yay! Titor's curse. So begins my depressing Thursday. I've heard of Schrödinger. You know, that thing where it does the other thing. Time traveller. New gen criminal. Dreams of world domination. Time patrol dismissed. Everett? Everest? John Tider is dead. Wasn't that about a cat splitting in half or something? Why are we talking about cats? Okay, things are getting complicated now. Otaku loves cats because cats are tsundere. John Tider, remember I said I came from the year 2036? That was a lie. See ya, delusional, Chunabu, time traveller. How do you measure the world-line divergence rate? Schrödinger is a cat lover for sure. Black Monday. From the nature of the experiment, it seems like the cat is being abused. DQN. Criminal delusion. Tider is a person from the future. I once used to think this way. Schrödinger's cat is the most famous quantum theory paradox. To put it simply, you have a box with a cat, a poison gas emission device, and radium, a radioactive substance. When the radium releases alpha particles, a sensor will go off and release the gas, and the cat will die. Say that after an hour, there's a 50% chance that the alpha particles will be released. That means the ratio of finding the cat dead versus alive after opening the box after an hour has passed is 1:1. Then what of the cat before opening the box? Einstein says that even without opening the box and verifying it, the cat is either dead or alive. Time travel, world lines, many worlds, interpretation. Tider, come back. That's what I thought. What is this tedious experiment, lol? Thanks for the explanation, lol. I'm too dumb to even see how that's a paradox. Zzz. Don't worry guys, you'll get it eventually. Hint, it has been proven that Schrödinger's cat is not a paradox. Schrödinger designed his thought experiment to disprove quantum mechanics. Kinda backfired on him. Cool, now we're talking about a cat abuse experiment. John Tider-san, can you answer everyone's questions please? So isn't, lol. Cuddle cuddle. It was a trap that helped develop the quantum theory. They didn't actually do this experiment, did they? I learned a lot about CERN today. The scientist episode was quite interesting. Got me kinda horny. Lol. I know, right? Someone already mentioned this in this thread, but there are currently two different ways of interpreting the Schrödinger's cat experiment. The Copenhagen interpretation and the Everett interpretation. The many worlds interpretation is tied to the latter. Tasty, tasty bait. I admire your courage to eat ramen at this time. Thanks. Kitty, it's normal. The Copenhagen interpretation. Contrary to the determinism concept posed by Einstein, the Copenhagen interpretation is one that takes a quantum theory approach. It says that the cat is both alive and dead until the box is opened, whereby the two states become either one or the other as soon as an observation occurs. Once the box is opened and the cat is observed to be alive, it is retroactively determined that the cat was alive before the box was opened. If the cat is dead, it would be determined then that the cat was dead before the box opened. The cat did nothing wrong. What? The many worlds interpretation. The concept of the observer who found the cat alive in the box and the observer who found the cat dead in the box are superpositioned and then separated. It's called the Everett interpretation because a man named Hugh Everett thought of it. It's also called the Everett-Wheeler model. So like parallel worlds, superpositioned, LMAO, sure. Quantum theory is some crazy It's similar but different. Don't ask me how it's different though, lol. Ask someone smart. Quite the imagination you've got there. Clearly not listening, lol. I've stared at this for 5 hours now and WTF. This thread's getting good again. Don't forget about Wheeler. Wheeler came up with the term black hole, you know. I just can't wrap my brain around the Copenhagen interpretation where the cat being alive or dead is determined retroactively. Same here. John Tider, you're still breathing? So, what's in there before the observer looks? Good job, Wheeler. It's like everything I believed has totally been rewritten. Is this even possible? Let's leave him be. Ew, if we're superpositioned, does this mean that there's like another me busting out of me? Nasty. World lines are like an infinite number of rivers flowing in parallel. Along the way, they are constantly branching out into new world lines. This is called divergence. For example, whether or not you post on this message board has practically no effect on this world line's divergence. But if you were murdered, let's say, then divergence would change. However, it would only change by about 0.000002%, if that. A single human being's death is not terribly significant on a global scale. Wars, disasters, acts of terrorism, and other events that cause widespread death and destruction have a much greater effect on divergence. Thanks for telling me about trip codes. I'll make sure to use this one from now on. I'm starting to get tired, so let's pick up again tomorrow. It's been fun talking to everyone. Like the flesh is all messed up and slimy, and you're all ripply on the surface. In other words, tentacles everywhere. I feel you, like Okira. Breaking news. John Tider remains in our era. LMAO. Good night. I read through the entire thread, but archives were already popping up. Of course, there have been sites dedicated to John Titor for years now. This new John Titor is clearly an imposter. In fact, imposter is too kind a word. This is probably all copy-pasta. There are many Titor fanatics on that channel. He's not exactly a household name in Japan, but I doubt anyone would fall for this level of trolling. As I continue to read, however, I find the response the opposite of what I expected. Everyone is accepting this time traveller as if this were his first appearance. Nobody has even mentioned his appearance 10 years ago. Finding this strange, I try posting a retort, but everyone ignores me. What the hell? You can figure this out if you do a little research, people. There's the original John Titor thread archive in English, for one thing. Plenty of blogs about Taita in Japanese too. I enter John Titor's name into a search engine. 12 matches. Wait, only 12? Moreover, all 12 are about the current Titors posting on our channel. I can't find a single trace of the Titor from 10 years ago. I try searching John Titor. Bizarre. This just can't be. I searched for information on Titor a few years ago. Back then, I got tens of thousands of hits. Is this search engine filtered? I try searching on another site just to make sure, but it gives the same result. What is this madness? It feels like I've stumbled onto another plane of reality. Could this be another organization conspiracy? I'm starting to get a bad feeling about this. These past 2 days, I've been surrounded by nothing but chaos and confusion. Hold on, I just remembered. I know I purchased a book about Taita a few years ago. I scour the bookshelf for it, but it's nowhere to be found. It's supposed to be right here. Impossible. How could this be? I'll call Daru. He'll know about Taita for sure. Yeah? It's me. Report. Ocarina, can you drop the act when you're on the phone at least? Are you aware that John Titor has returned? I have no idea what you're talking about. I have a sensitive matter to discuss. I quickly made plans to meet with him at May Queen plus Nyan Squared tomorrow afternoon, and hung up the phone. Are you really okay with yesterday's exorcism? I feel like a more traditional ceremony would have been better. I'm worried something might happen to you because my exorcism wasn't strong enough. It bothers me so much I can't sleep at night. P.S. Because of that, I couldn't do more than 3 practice swings with Semidare. It's from Lukaku. Should I reply? What would a traditional ceremony entail? I need details. Don't tell me it's an ancient forbidden secret. There, that should do it. May Queen plus Nyan Squared is only a 3-minute walk from the lab. Coming from Kuramabashi Dori, take a left at Sumakosaka Crossing and you'll find it. Because I'd planned to meet with Daru in the afternoon, I decided to kill some time at the university before heading over. It's usually busy in Akiba during summer break, but now it's even busier because of the Radakan incident. So many people. Living in Akiba, you get used to crowds and big events, but a gathering of this size is unusual. But I still don't understand what I saw yesterday. I've half accepted that the mass disappearance was just my imagination. Maybe I've become unable to distinguish reality from fantasy, like the media likes to say about teenagers these days. With that thought in mind, I return my gaze to the street. Her phone was clearly pointed at me. I tried to cover my face, but not quickly enough. The organization is after me, so I can't risk that photo getting out. Wait! Hey, you with the phone camera! Wait, please wait! Hmm? Hey, no pictures! Are you with the organization? She completely ignores my objection. And then she goes back to looking at her phone. Answer my question. Are you with the organization? If she is, then I may have to take suitable measures. A man like me is not to be underestimated. You're not? Even so, I can't let you keep that picture. The organization will stop at nothing to find my whereabouts, and they'll kill anyone who gets in their way. I need you to delete that picture immediately. Is she even listening? Sorry. If I upset you. Before you apologize, I need you to delete that photo. I was shooting the scenery. The scenery? You're a tourist? It's proof of where I was today. You're a strange lady. Kiryu. Moika. My name. I guess she's introducing herself. That wasn't exactly what I was hoping for. It's nice and all, but I just want to delete that photo. I have a question for you. May I? First, the photo. There's an urban legend in Akihabara. Have you heard of it? An urban legend? What is she talking about? The Phantom Retro PC. Retro PC? They say there's one in Akihabara. A retro PC? You mean like a 98? That's the first model that comes to mind. But a 98's really that hard to find? No. This. It looks kind of familiar. An IBM 5100. That's the computer John Titor tried to get. You've seen one? No. I've only heard the name. Coincidence? No. This could be the choice of Steins Gate. Know anyone who might know? Daru probably knows more about it. He's my favourite right arm, a super hacker capable of breaking into even MI6's mainframe. The MI6 part is a slight exaggeration. If that ever did happen, Men in Black would break down our door and take us away. But the super hacker part is true. The depth of his computer knowledge is uncanny. Speaking of Daru, I'm supposed to meet him at May Queen plus Nyan Squared. I don't have time to stand and chat with some crazy lady I don't know. Well, I'm off, lady. Media scrum in moderation. I try to make a smooth exit, one-liner and everything, but she grabs my sleeve before I can disappear into the crowd. What are you doing? Your email, please. What are you after? The super hacker. I guess she wants to hear Daru's story. It's my fault for mentioning him. Well, I'm meeting up with Daru, so why don't I just take her along? No, wait a second. This could be a devious trap. Maybe she's really a spy sent to kidnap Daru. I refuse. I'll never give up Daru. Unperturbed, she shows me her phone again. On the screen is the picture of me that she took. Girl, you still haven't deleted it? Tell me, and I'll delete it. You dare blackmail me? Who do you work for? I work part-time at Arc Rewrite. What's that? An editorial company here in Akihabara. One of those companies that writes articles for magazines? Wait, you plan on publishing my picture without permission, don't you? The mad scientist of Akiba unveiled. I can see the headlines now. That's all the organization will need to turn Akiba into a sea of blood. No, I must avoid that gruesome outcome at all costs. I have no choice. Very well. I accept your terms. At any rate, as long as she has that photo, I have no way of knowing how it might be used. I pull up my email address and show it to her. The woman is typing with terrifying speed, faster than my fingers could even dream of. It seems she has finished entering my email address. It can't have taken longer than 5 seconds. Of course. This woman is an Esper. I dub her power Shining Finger. Her magical thumb types cursed emails at 255 characters per minute. Whoever receives one dies. She can type 255 cursed words per minute. Any poor soul that receives one of her emails shall die. Name? Hoin Kyoma. Mad scientist. How is it spelled? Like this? Ho Oin Yoma. What the hell is this? Are you mocking me? Just hand me your phone. I'll enter it. But the woman swiftly avoids me, keeping her phone out of my reach. It feels as if she's rejecting my entire personhood. Anyway, she's obviously not going to hand her phone over, so I ask for her email address instead. I'll send her a blank mail. She told me her name a few minutes ago, but I forgot it already, so I enter her as Shining Finger. I don't need to type anything. It's just to give her my name. I already put her in my contacts. Just send a blank email to Shining Finger. And send. Okabe. Rintaro? What? How do you know that name? From the blank email. Damn, my email is still linked to my real name. I must change it at once. That's just my alias. I'll send another one with my true... No. This is fine. Nonsense. I am not Akabe Rintaro, but Hoin Kyo. Did you delete the picture? She nods, slightly, I think. I'll email you later. So ask, okay? About what? The urban legend. Oh, that. I almost forgot. With that, Shining Finger wanders off. Welcome back, Miyasta! It's Ocarine! In this place, Mayuri is known as Miyushi Nyan Nyan. Welcome back, Ocarine! Hey, Ocarine, Mayushi just noticed something. Welcome back and Ocarine go really well together. Whatever. Kyoma! It's great that you came, nya? This maid, Faris Nyan Nyan, her professional name of course, hits me with her trademark combo attack of cute cat-like gestures. She's May Queen plus Nyan Square's most popular maid. Daru Nyan's here too. He's been waiting, nya? Daru frequents this cafe because he's got a crush on Faris. I also have trouble dealing with this cat girl. She always finds a way to best me. Are you holding another secret meeting to overthrow the evil organization, nya? Yeah, something like that. Faris wants to join too, nya? No chance. The organization isn't threatened by cat-eared maids. Not true, nya. Faris has the perfect secret technique to help take them down. What? You finally mastered that secret technique? Yes, nya. After completing my pilgrimage to the Guyana Highlands and overcoming my mentor's death, I finally mastered it.